Hopefully the wind is not too bad. It's kind of windy today. Hopefully that doesn't get into the mic much. Anyway, the 77 Cordoba I'm working on in the shop. So I'm gonna have to pause a little bit. I can't do anything until I get the engine back, the transmission and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of start piddling around with one of my own personal projects. This is a 78 Cordoba, obviously. I'll show you the interior. I picked this up last summer. It's dirty in here. The headliner's fallen down, which is unusual. It doesn't have the fiberglass headliner. It's got a cloth one in. How many miles are on it? A little over 100,000. You can see that. 8,712. Okay, interior again. My camera's doing weird stuff. Anyway, there's a little over 100,000 on there. I don't know if you can see that. It says 8,712 on the odometer. Like I said, it's got a mouse smell in here. It's a pretty awesome aftermarket cassette player and graphic equalizer. That's pretty retro, if anything is. It works. I'll tell you more about that later. Some cool little speakers in the back. And like I said, it just needs, interior needs a really good cleaning, otherwise it's not in too bad a shape. Power seat. So I picked this up, like I said, last summer. It's not in too bad a shape. Pretty straight for the most part. It's not perfect. Not much rust, a little here and there, but it had been parked in a barn since 1988. So it was only on the road for 10 years, so it should be in fairly decent shape. They said they burned a valve on it. Sorry as I go in and out and walking around and stuff. And then they parked it. Then they were going to fix it later. And then pretty much said life happened, you know. He got married. Well, he was already married at the time and had more kids, and then he couldn't afford to fix an old car. Had to have something more reliable. So here it is. And I'll show you in the trunk. I've already taken all that stuff off the engine. Pulling the engine out. But the trunk's, you know, nice. Again, you know, dirty. It had this one had a big mouth and stuff too that I got already. But you know, like I say, you know, the shape, the rear bumper isn't bad or anything. There's a little bit of damage here and there on it. Repainted, but whatever. It'll clean up good enough for a driver. So my plan, because it's got a bad valve, and I don't know what side, which head, I'm going to go through the entire engine. I figured I'm going to go through the entire engine. I'm going to warm it up a little bit. So I'm going to put in what's like the traditional muscle car cam, like the 383 Magnum cam from back in the early 70s. I'm going to bump up the compression a little bit with different pistons. I'm going to make it a little bit of a screamer, because it's not that much more money to go from a bone stock rebuild to one that's got a little bit of fire in the belly, as it were. So pretty typical Cordoba. And like I said, the engine's almost ready to pull out. I've got to loosen the motor mounts, and then I can grab, whoops, sorry, I'm showing. Then I can grab onto it and get the thing pulled out. I'm taking the engine and tranny out together, because I'm going to rebuild the transmission too right away, because got 100,000 miles on that tranny, and you put, you know, I don't know, 350, 400 horse in front of it, it's going to have a problem. And that transmission fluid looked more like Hershey's syrup than it did Dex 3 when I pulled the lines and stuff off. So it's probably long overdue to begin with. Anyway, that's my project. And if you want to know why I'm really going to go nuts on the engine, I will also be posting a video, if you haven't watched it already, about the project escalation principle. I think it's quite funny, and it's like super accurate on the way particularly car projects go, but it applies to everything. Anyway, more on it as I do some more work to it.